Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have our 2-month update on the spray sealant test that I'm currently doing. So if you happen to have not seen any of the previous videos, 2 months ago now I applied these 6 spray sealants plus one little bonus section where I applied Carpro cquartz UK 3.0 ceramic coating, because we want to compare a real ceramic coating versus a lot of these spray sealant products that say ceramic on them, such as this turtle wax ceramic coating, the Meguiars and the Mothers. So quickly to run through what we've installed, these are the products in the order on the test panel. So we have the small little section in the corner with the Carpro cquartz. Then we have the the turtle wax hybrid solutions ceramic spray coating, the Meguiars hybrid ceramic wax, Mothers CMX ceramic spray coating, and then we have Bowdens' own bead machine, NV Jet, and Carpro Reload. So we applied all these one layer or one coat, and we applied them all as per instructed, other than the Meguiars, which asks you to basically spray it on a wet panel. And after looking at some reviews, a lot of people will get really good results with this if using it like a regular spray sealant, which is how all of these were applied as well, which is just using it dry, wiping it in and then buffing it off. So that's what we've done. Like I said, it's been 2 months since we applied them, and we've done a wash every single week until the 1 month mark, where we stepped down to a wash every second week. So that's where we're at now, 8 weeks. This will be the 8-week wash test. So you can see I've got all the products labeled, ready to go. So let's get straight into it. We're going to rinse this down, wash it with some Carpro Reset, and then we're going to test how the water behavior is on all these different products. Okay, so let's do an initial rinse. So you can see some clear differences, namely that these 4 in the middle are all looking the best, which has been that way for a little while. But let's give it our contact wash, rinse all the soap residue off, and then we'll see how they're actually looking at this stage once it's been cleaned, because this panel has sat outside for the last 2 weeks. So yep, it's a little bit dirty. So yeah, I'll finish washing this down and then we'll keep going from there. All right, so rinsing it down. Now what we'll do, just going to put the hose into a shower function, and we're just going to try and flood each section and just sort of see what the sheeting behavior is like, how repellent it is. So first off, the ceramic coated section. You can see still like the day we applied it, as you'd expect from a proper ceramic coating. So now the turtle wax ceramic. So you can see we can flood that, and then it starts repelling the water as it's sheeting from both this section and from down the bottom. So yeah, a bit of a slower sheet, but still definitely on there, still protecting the paint. And yeah, that's the 2 months for that product. The Meguiars hybrid ceramic, which has been really doing well in these tests. Let's check that out. You can see it's a little bit harder to actually completely flood the panel, and then the water is really quickly sheeting off. So yeah, really impressed with that product. And yeah, as you can see, it's basically dry. We'll just move the camera over a little bit before we get onto the mothers. Okay, so now the mothers CMX. And started off a little bit slower, I thought, but then yeah, it's really rapidly sheeted off quite well. I think you can still see a bit of the Meguiars, so I want to actually compare those two, because so far in this test it's been actually really hard to call between them. They've both been so even. The water is, the angle of the bonnet is actually a little bit in the mother's benefit there, but as you can see, it definitely sheeted off a little bit quicker, or a fair bit quicker, but the Meguiars not far behind. Let's just try that again. So yeah, the water is actually running off the mothers into the Meguiars, so it is kind of hard. I'll have to try and re-angle this panel a little bit onto a less angled part of my driveway. But yeah, so there we go. Now let's check out the Bowdens own bead machine, which so far in this test has been the clear winner. Okay, so it looks like it has stopped repelling the water. That is really surprising. Did not expect that. So just in the last 2 weeks, it's failed. I know, okay. Looks like it maybe still had some residue left on it. Needed another rinse. So, okay, that was interesting. I got a little bit confused there because yeah, it's not been sticking at all. So, okay, let's just test that again. Okay, so yeah, definitely think I was mistaken there. So, yep, it's still sheeting really well, a little bit faster than the mothers. Yeah, so it's definitely still sheeting the fastest. Let's check NV Jet out, which started really strong, but unfortunately started to fail a little bit. But yeah, it's still looking really good, sheeting the water really well. So it's not far behind. I just think it's a little bit behind the other three, the Meguiars, the mothers, and the Bowdens. But I do want to test that if that's still the case, because they're all easily flooded now. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely slower sheeting than the Bowdens, but not like a drastic difference. So yeah, it's not far behind, but definitely was surprising when that one sort of slipped behind the other three. And then lastly, we have Carpro Reload, which has been basically non-existent for quite a while now. I mean, it's still there. So if you compare it to this very end section of the panel, which has nothing at all, you'll see it's sheeting a lot quicker. So it is like, it's still there, it's still doing something. It's just, I'd be a little bit disappointed for the effort of applying it to be at the 2 month mark looking like this, which to be honest, it's been looking like this for quite a while now. It's just going to continue at that slow sheet. So yeah, there's the sheeting test done. All right, so we have the hose in the misfunction. Let's check out some of the beading on these. So yeah, the Carpro cquartz UK looks amazing. It's what I have on my car and my wife's Evo. 2 months, doesn't even really touch it, as long as you sort of look after it and keep it maintained just by washing it. No toppers or anything, obviously. I don't do any of that on my cars generally. But yeah, you can see it looks amazing. The turtle wax, you can see it's not really repelling the water enough for getting beads in this section where I'm directly spraying, but we're getting some beads down the back where the water is just lightly misting, but yeah, not the nicest beads or anything. The Meguiars hybrid ceramic, So you can see the difference between these three, but still repelling the water pretty well and giving us some really nice beads. As for the mothers, I think I can still have the mothers in shot in the camera, so we'll get that as well. So you can see pretty similar water behavior, trying to hold the mist between those two, and also really nice beading. Not as round as it started, but yeah, not too bad at all. So now I'm just going to move the camera so we can get the last three sections. Okay, so for the Bowdens zone, so you can see still repelling the water really well. So well, it's a bit harder to get the beads, but yeah, definitely the nicest and roundest beads so far, other than the ceramic coating, obviously. If anyone gets confused, I sort of rule that out. It's not really testing to see which is the best, including the ceramic coating. Ceramic coating is more there to show as a sort of a base line. So yeah, out of the sealants, the Bowdens definitely looking the best in the beading. NV Jet started off really strong. So, I mean, it's still looking pretty good, but yeah, not as good as the Meguiars, the mothers, and the Bowdens, just like it was in the sheeting test. Still looking far better than the turtle wax though. And yeah, still creating nice beads. So if we sheet a section off, so yeah, not perfectly round like the Bowdens, but not too bad. And lastly, the Carpro Reload. So yeah, it's not beading as nicely. And then down the very bottom, which I had forgotten to mention in this video, we have an extra bonus section of Bowdens' own bead machine, which was applied at the 1 month mark, because I had a few people saying that they felt it was a little bit odd that the two sections that failed first, being Carpro Reload and the turtle wax ceramic over in the side, they were both the two sort of corner sections where the panel sloped off a little bit. So what I did was I applied a bit of bead machine down there underneath, and you can see it's still going strong. And I then also applied some Carpro Reload here in this little bonus section above the Bowdens, and some turtle wax here in this little section above the Mother's CMX. So that's a month for those as well. You can see the same results have basically happened. The 1 month little mini section on the corner there of the Bowdens is looking far better than these two. So it's either that I got faulty bottles or the products just aren't as good as these other three. Now, I'm not saying they're bad. I personally don't really like the Carpro Reload much. I've never had good results with it, but it is more sold to be used as like a topper layer on top of ceramic coatings. So yeah, there we go. That's the 2 months mark. So I'm just gonna put the hose down and just go over the entire panel. So there is the beads on the ceramic coated section. There's our turtle wax. There's our Meguiars, the mothers, the Bowdens' own, NV Jet, and Carpro Reload. So far I'm still going to say that the Bowdens is looking the best. Still having a bit of a hard time deciding between these two. The sheeting was harder to tell because the water is just naturally running off the mothers in the direction of the Meguiars, but I feel like the beading, yeah, it's super close. I'd maybe give mothers a slight edge, but it's so close that it's still hard to call. But yeah, I'm going to say these two like equal second or second and third NVJet still in 4th, not looking terrible, but still surprised me because I kind of, to be honest, thought it was going to win this test, and it's, yeah, hasn't really looked the best since I think about the 2-week mark, or 3-week mark even. And yeah, the turtle wax, probably wouldn't recommend that product. I'd say if you want to buy turtle wax, get Seal and Shine. I've had great results with it. I just thought this new ceramic product was going to be even better. And Carpro Reload, yeah, you'll heard my thoughts on that. So yeah, there we go. That's a 2-month update. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There will be another video in another 2 weeks. So yeah, we're going to head towards the 3-month mark and keep going until these fail. I am really going to pick up another panel because I have another test soon, but I need this one to kind of have a clear winner because I want to put the best of these against the next 2 products that I want to test. So yeah, hopefully you guys are keen to keep continuing to support this channel. But yeah, with all that said, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below to let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't already subscribed, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. And with all that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.